The only way as a leader that you can take on other work is by delegating current work to other people. Now, you are hitting this out of the park when you're able to delegate work to the lowest common denominator, individuals on your team with the least amount of experience, competence, or even confidence in the task. That's how you cultivate a really strong team, is when you can delegate in that way. What can trip a leader up in delegating is being able to tolerate that other people will do things differently than you do them. And so what ends up happening is, as a leader, you hoard the work. A key element in our emotional intelligence for leadership excellence is being able to emotionally and intellectually manage the discomfort involved in delegation. Asking ourselves the question, like, what does it matter how the work gets done as long as it gets done? This is a key question to be able to ask as a leader, especially if you find that the impact is that you're stuck not delegating. And so your workload is tremendously high and your people might seem to be not doing very much. So when we dive into the emotion of fear that is always going to be within this space, you're going to examine your relationship with fear. What might you be afraid of? Afraid that your reputation will be on the line? Afraid you won't get recognition for the work? Afraid you might be seen as redundant or irrelevant? Whatever the motivating driver happens to be, it's going to be within the cycle of pain and pleasure. So fear is a driver that wants to avoid pain of our reputation being on the line, no recognition, being redundant or irrelevant. That's painful. And we want to seek or achieve pleasure. So we want the opposite of those types of things. And so we don't delegate, we hoard the work so that our reputation can climb, so that we get recognition, so that we are relevant. Within our emotional intelligence, our emotional self-awareness is our ability to reflect on the emotional experience we've just had that led to a certain behavior. How am I creating the experience that I'm having that's resulting in this behavior? What are all the contributing factors? And when we get that out and put it on paper, we can start to see it objectively and start to work through one thought at a time that's creating the experience we're having.